I'm going to show you how to build this simple mob farm. What's going on, everybody? This is Captain Obvious, or Cap for short, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. If you happen to like today's video, please drop a like. It really helps out the channel a lot. Alright, so basically what I did really quickly is I just used the negative space on the outside for animal farms, just because otherwise mobs are going to be going under there, even if they don't spawn in there initially from, because we have the lights. But it just prevents like zombies and skeletons from hiding out during the day. So that way, if they go close to the farm, they'll still be out in the sun. Okay, so just keep that in mind when I did that. You could put anything. You could do villagers. You could just bring the whole farm down. It's up to you. All right, but anyway, come in here. I had this going for 6 hours, and this is what I got. So it's my little AFK farm overnight. A lot of the farms that I do are just AFK farms, so that way you can just let it run. And keep in mind, that is with the first one that I built right here running next to it. Okay, I actually cleared that out. There was actually a lot more in there. I think this was actually almost full, but I cleaned it out when I started building that farm. And also I was testing out the creeper farm. So I also had this farm going at the same time. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So I got all of this with those other farms running. Okay, so really quickly, let's just get into what you need and how to build it. Here is everything you're going to need. Either pause it or take a screenshot. I did not count the stone brick blocks. I just estimated that you would need about 10. You might need a little less. You might need one more. I do not think you're going to need much more, if you do even need more than this. I think 10 of them should be enough. Also, they don't need to be stone bricks. I get asked that question a lot. They can be any block, as long as it's a solid block. Like, you can't use glass. Ice. I haven't tested it with the other kinds of ice, so I don't know if it's going to work with packed or blue, but it does work with ice, so I would just say stick with ice. These are exact amounts. Okay, so you're going to need 6, 7, 8 full stacks, and then almost another full stack, 55. 2 chests, 27 magma blocks. Those are important. You'll see why, because, things like spiders and things like if witches spawn, it could potentially back up your farm if you don't have a lot of these in place. Okay, then you're just going to need 3 full stacks of stone brick slabs and another 11, 2 of any kind of trapdoor. You just need 3 dirt or just any junk block, really quickly in the beginning. Any light will do. I just have shroom lights, and again, this is just the fence for the outside if you want them. I have 46 spruce fence and 4 spruce fence gates. You will be getting 2 rails back, and then you need a minecart with hopper and 1 hopper. And that's it. So it's not really redstone components other than the hopper, which is technically a redstone component, and I guess the minecart with hopper as well. Okay, so let's begin. We're going to go up 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go over 2, and then we're going to go down. Okay, that's going to start out our farm. I'm going to put a block there like that. Then we're going to take a chest, and we're going to actually put another block here. And then we're going to stick it out just like that. Okay, let's go behind it with our hopper. We're going to actually put another block down. We're going to crouch, place the hopper. On top of the hopper, we're going to crouch and place a magma block. Then we're going to take those 3 junk blocks. Okay, I'm not going to use them because they're up there, but picture them as junk blocks. So we're going to go 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our rails and we're going to put them both here. After we take our rails, we're going to take our minecart with hopper, and we're just actually, before we do that, hold on, before we do the minecart with hopper, it's much smarter to do it this way. We're going to take our spruce trapdoors, crouch, and place it just like that, and then place the other one up there. Okay, now we can go ahead and we can push, there we go, push our minecart in, just like so. Okay, and then what we want to do, see if you can't push that in, just make sure you come in here a little bit, just give it a little push. Do the side first, actually. So let's come in here, give that a push. Push that way. Again, you can give it a push that way. Okay, and now you should be able to get it in there and put it up just like so. Okay, and you can actually bring all of those up just like that. Okay, actually the one in the back is going to be let me just double check that. Yeah, the one in the back is going to be, so this one right here is actually going to be this. So we're going to take our magma blocks now, and we're gonna come out 8 with it. So we're gonna put 1 here. So it's 1, 2 on that third one up. We're gonna go 1, and then go out 7 more. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just like that. We're going to do the same thing up here. So we're actually going to come out with it. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Same thing here. We go 9, just like that. Okay. Now we're going to build out 7 more. So that's 1. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We want to get a total of 8. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And now basically all we're going to do is we're just going to bring this all the way across and even it up. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Now coming behind it, all we're going to do is we're going to bring this across and then just go down with it. So it looks like this. Now you could do something in here if you want. I ended up just filling it in. Okay. As you see there, but you can do something with it. I don't know. You could put like extra chests in here, whatever you want to do. Okay. That's entirely up to you. Now you're going to take some water. Make yourself an infinite water source, first of all. Okay, so just make yourself an infinite water source. And you're going to put water in here. You'll know you did it right if it goes all the way to the end without going off. And now we're going to, on top of this, we're just going to go around and trace the farm minus the corners. Okay, so just go around the farm. And you're actually going to go up too high to make sure the corners are broken. Now you're going to place water going all the way across. Same thing on the other side. Now what we're going to do, see how we have this wall already too high? We want to make it 20 high. Now the way I did it when I was building it is I did those 3 and I left this front one open in the beginning. So you're going to make this one, oops, this one right here, and then this one 20 blocks high. Okay, and leave this for now, just so you have room to like kind of exit out of it, so you're not stuck in there and, you know, getting caught in the magma blocks. Okay, so make it 20 high. You're already at 3. Okay, once it's that high, then what we're going to do is we're going to come in here. So again, 1, 2, on that third one up, we're just going to put this all the way over. We're going to skip a space, go all the way over, skip, all the way over, skip, all the way over, and you get the idea. And we're going to go up to the very, very top, and it actually should be 1 below the top. So if we did it correctly, yep, 1 below the top. Because what we're going to end up doing is covering the whole top. So I like to just bring it across as I do it. Okay, now we're going to skip 2 spaces to allow the spiders to fall. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then again, come out to here. Again, we're going to just skip 1 space. Okay, skip 1 space. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, everything going up is just skipping 1. On the bottom again, we're going to skip 2 and bring it out to here. So we've gotten 1, skip 2, 1, skip 2, 1. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go on the other side. Again, we're going to go 1 across, skip 2. There we go. Skip 2. There we go. Now I didn't want to leave it 3 open, so what I decided to do is do 1 in the middle. Now you might be saying to yourself, well, if the spiders spawn here, they're just going to get stuck. And while that is true, they also will walk off. I don't have any spiders in this farm that are stuck. I went in there and checked before I decided to do the tutorial, because if there was, then I was just going to get rid of this and you'd lose some spawning space, but there's none. So the farm works fine. And they obviously walk off. You saw the in the beginning, you saw all the string. Okay, so all you're going to do is take these and make sure you only leave 1 space in between, going all the way up. So how does this work exactly? Well, the good thing about ice is it both works as a solid and a transparent block. So mobs can spawn in this 1 block gap because their head technically spawns up here. But at the same time, because it's ice and it slides, it pushes them off. So it's pretty cool. So again, even if spiders spawn here, they will be able to fall down because of the gap. If spiders spawn here, they'll actually be able to walk over this and then they'll fall down. And what happens is, the reason we have the magma blocks here, because the spiders will actually hover over this and their legs will touch either this one or this one and they'll burn and their stuff will fall down into here. Now the same thing goes for this. The reason that we have the magma blocks down here, besides that, the fact that it speeds up mobs, you know, if they fall here and they go here, as they're going, they're dying before they get to this one. What happens is, if a witch is here, obviously they're not going to die from the magma blocks, right? At all. They're just going to stand here and just keep drinking their potion and living, but they're actually holding up traffic. So if you have these as regular blocks, your whole farm will be backed up. The only way a mob will be able to fall in there is if it lands in this exact spot and falls down. And that's, you know, that's going to take a very long time for that exact spot to happen. So that's why we have all of this. So even if there's a witch there, it'll still be able to kill the other ones, and their stuff will fall down into that block, which has our minecart with Hopper. Now, there's a couple of things you can do. Well, there's one thing that you can do if you don't want a witch to hold up the system, because that does take away from spawning. But as you can see in this one, in this whole farm, I only had one witch. There was only one witch that was stuck in there, and the farm kept working. So, you know, it all depends on how they randomly spawn. But what you could do is, see this block right here? You could put a sticky piston right here. So I'm just going to designate it with that for now. You could put a sticky piston in here facing this way. And you could put a choke sensor literally right here. Just right here underneath it right there. That would be a choke sensor. That would be a sticky piston. And yes, the choke sensor would keep pushing it, especially if you had the animals under here or anytime you were walking or a mob falls. But it would be worth it because you wouldn't have a lockup in the system. So that's a really quick redstone free way to do it. Otherwise, you can hook up, you know, a system. You have enough room back here. You can hook up a system of your choosing. You can hook up a trident killer, I guess, if you want. But again, that's so bulky. The choke sensor is going to make things a lot easier. So I would say choke sensor, this would be your sticky piston, facing obviously this way, which would push the magma block. The magma block would be what suffocates them. And then right here would be your choke sensor. Okay, and that is what would kill them quicker. For me, it's not an issue. I never mind because I can just come in here, get some XP, and I don't think that witches spawn that frequently anyway. I remember in the past doing other mob farms where I let it run for 24 hours straight, and I came back and there was like 3 witches, and I was still getting a lot of stuff. So, you know, it's entirely up to you what you want to do. But I really didn't have enough room for both items, so I said I'm just going to leave it out. But that is what you can do. Okay. For thumbnail purposes, I'm going to leave this open, but essentially you want to close this. This has to be closed. Okay. Otherwise, the light will not let anything spawn. So just go all the way up. Make sure it looks solid like this, all the way around. Okay. And then we're going to come to the top, and you're just going to put slabs on the entire top, every single block that's up here, even the one that you would have the one obviously right here as well. Okay, you'd have that one and going all the way across. So make sure you put them on top of everything. Okay, now for the bottom is very simple. You're just going to come in here. You're going to cover the magma blocks, okay? And then this in the middle here basically separates the two sides, so you can keep 2 separate things. Right, like I said, you can keep sheep and cow. You can keep whatever you want there. Villagers. Maybe you have some villagers here to trade the zombie flesh that you're going to get. Have a whole bunch of those villagers just chilling in here. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to trace the bottom going all the way across to that corner that I said not to fill in. So this is the corner not to fill in right here. Okay. And the reason that you're doing that is so that way we can set up our fence. And I believe the way I did it was 1, 2, 3, then 2 spruce. And 1, 2, 3, and then the rest is spruce fences all the way around. And then you would copy this exact thing, 1, 2, 3, and then that on this side. Okay, then what I did, simply just open this up, and each of these little corners right here, I put the shroom light. Again, you can use glowstone if you want, not a problem. Any light, lamps, lanterns, whatever. Okay, same thing on the other side, and again on the other side, just make sure you fill that in. I forgot to do that. Okay, make sure you cover it up. And that is it. Then just, again, put whatever you want on each side, and you are good to go. So again, yours would not look like this because you would have it closed. It's completely closed. It's just going to look like a giant box. I would design it, you know, maybe you can make a creeper out of it, even though it's not just a creeper farm, or you could, whatever. Decorate it, don't decorate it. It's entirely up to you. All right, but that's it. That's the entire simple mob farm. Let me know what you think in the comments. Until next time, Captain Obvious out. Peace.